Okay, let's look at the next one. What were they doing when the lights went out? Write sentences with the past continuous forms of the verbs. Okay, so we have to write sentences in the past continuous tense. What were they doing when the lights went out? Okay, so when the lights went out, what were they doing? That's what we have to write. Okay, Meena was reading a book. Yeah, using the words which are given in the parentheses, we need to form sentences. Meena was reading a book. Martin, yeah, Martin was washing the dishes. No, that should be the sentence. Martin was washing the dishes. Brad and Kate watch TV. Okay, so Brad and Kate were watching TV. No? When lights went out, Brad and Kate were watching TV. When lights went off, Brad and Kate were watching TV. I talked to Tom on the phone. That means we have to write this sentence in the past continuous tense. I was talking to Tom on the phone. I was talking to Tom on the phone. Laura, play video games. Okay, so we can say when lights went out, Laura was playing video games. When lights went out, Laura was playing video games. Mr. and Mrs. Jones eat dinner. Okay, so then we can say Mr. and Mrs. Jones were eating dinner. 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 So all these sentences are written in past continuous tense, students. Now let's look at this one. Complete the sentences with when and the words in parentheses. Use the simple past form of the verbs. Okay, so we have to use the simple past form of the verbs to complete these sentences. Jane and Paul were making dinner on Friday when their friends arrived. When their friends arrived. Yeah, we have to use when and we have to use a simple past form of the verbs which are given within the brackets. His brother called. Okay, Martin was driving to the store when his brother called. එයාගේ සහෝදරයාට කතා කරනකොට මාටින් වාහනේ එලවමින් සිටියා. Martin was driving to the store when his brother called. The electricity go off. What were you doing yesterday when the electricity went off? ඊයේ ලයිට් ගිය වෙලාවේ ඔයා මොකද්ද කරමින් සිටියේ? What were you doing yesterday when the electricity went off? Right? Next one. Jill sent me a text message. I was talking to Tom on my cell phone. Okay. When Jill sent me a text message. When Jill sent me a text message, I was talking to Tom on my cell phone. When Jim sent me a text message, I was talking to Tom on my cell phone. Next one. The ambulance came. What were they doing? Okay. When the ambulance came. What were they doing when the ambulance came? What were they doing when the ambulance came? Next one. The storm began. I was walking home from work. Okay. When the storm began. Okay. When the storm began, I was walking home from work. දැන් ළමයි මේ හැම වාක්‍යකම when එකත් එක්ක තියෙන කොටස තියෙන්නේ simple past tense එකේ. අනිත් කොටස තියෙන්නේ past continuous tense එකේ. ඒකට හේතුව තමයි සිදුවෙමින් තිබිච්ච ක්‍රියාව තමයි past continuous tense එකෙන් දීලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ අතරතුර සිද්ධ වෙච්ච ක්‍රියාව තමයි when එක දාලා simple past tense එකෙන් දීලා තියෙන්නේ. අපි ඉගෙන ගත්තනේ. යම් කිසි ක්‍රියාවක් සිදුවෙමින් පවතිනවා නම් ඒ අතරතුර සිදුවෙච්ච ක්‍රියාවට simple past tense එක දානවා. සිදුවෙමින් තිබිච්ච ක්‍රියාවට අපි past continuous tense එක දානවා. ඒ අතරතුර සිදුවෙච්ච ක්‍රියාවට අපි simple past tense එක use කරනවා. ඕක තමයි අපි ඉගෙන ගත්ත එක තමයි අපි exercise එකකින් දැන් බැලුවේ. Right. Let's look at this one. Complete the conversation with the correct forms of the simple past or the past continuous of the verbs in parentheses. Okay, so we need to complete the sentences either with simple past tense or with past continuous tense depending on the situation. Hi Lisa, what were you doing when the electricity went off? What were you doing when the electricity went off? Unfortunately, I space work on the computer. Okay, so at that time, no, so definitely the answer has to be I was working on the computer. I couldn't finish my work. What space you? Okay, then definitely you ask the other person also as to what that person was doing. What were you doing? What were you doing? Okay. Oh, yes, it has to be I was sleeping when everything, yes, went dark. No, I was sleeping when everything went dark. I didn't even know what happened. Really, it was only 7:30 p.m. Well, I was taking a nap in the living room. I think I slept for a long time. Woke up, when I woke up, it was really dark. So I just went to bed was having problems. While everyone was having problems, I slept. While everyone was having problems, I slept. So for the last one, Devmila's answer is right. Only for the last one, it has to be I slept. While everyone was having problems, I slept. But we can say while everyone was having problems, I was sleeping. While everyone was having problems, I was sleeping. Yeah, that is also correct. Yeah, for the last one, actually, students, both are correct. We can say while everyone was having problems, I was sleeping. Also, we can say there is nothing wrong in that. Meaning wise, if you look at it, while everyone was sleeping, sorry, while everyone was having problems, I was sleeping. You can say that, no problem. Okay, so for the last one, I slept is also correct. I was sleeping is also correct. Nothing wrong in the answers. Okay, let's look at the next one. Complete the story with the verbs in the box. Use the past continuous or the simple past. Okay, students, this one, fifth one, can you all do it on your own without me teaching anything in that? Complete the sentences and send me the answers in the Google chat, students, for the question number 5. Complete the story with the verbs in the box. Use the past continuous or the past simple. Okay. Terry and Wendy were cooking in the kitchen when the electricity suddenly. Yes, definitely it has to be when the electricity suddenly went off. No, when the electricity suddenly went off. Unfortunately, while Terry was trying to find a light, he fell down. He fell down. No, while Terry was trying to find a light, he fell down. Made he made a loud noise. When heard Wendy heard the noise, she she was she was standing by the window while while she while she was while she was turning around, she saw something move outside the window. What was it? Let's read and see. Terry and Wendy were cooking in the kitchen when the electricity suddenly went off. Unfortunately, while Terry was trying to find a light, he fell down. He made a loud noise. When Wendy heard the noise, she was standing by the window. While she was turning around, she saw something move outside the window. What was it? Yes. So these are the answers. Have you all also given the same answers? Went, was trying, fell, made, heard, was standing, was turning. So yes, students, all of your answers are correct. Okay, let's look at the last exercise. Answer the questions with your own information. Write complete sentences. Okay. I took biology, history of China, and English last year. Okay. What classes did you take last year? What were you saying the last time you spoke? Where did you eat breakfast today? What did you do last night? What were you doing at 6 a.m. today? What were you doing when class started? Okay, so these are the questions now. If the question is in simple past tense, then the answer should also be in the simple past tense. If the question is in past continuous tense, then the answer should also be in past continuous tense. Let's see. What classes did you take last year? I took English and English and Max class. I took English and Max class. See, the question is asked in simple past tense, so the answer should also be written in simple past tense. What were you saying the last time you spoke? What were you saying the last time you spoke? I was saying goodbye. What were you saying last time when you spoke? No, I was saying goodbye. I was saying goodbye. Where did you eat breakfast today? Mm, I ate breakfast at home today. Where did you eat breakfast today? I ate breakfast at home today. What did you do last night? What did you do last night? I went out for dinner last night. I went out for dinner last night. What did you do? If so, when somebody asks you, what did you do? The question is in the simple past tense. So if the question is in the simple past tense, then the answer should also be in the simple past tense. What were you doing at 6 a.m. today? What were you doing? That means the question is in the past continuous tense. At 6 a.m. today, I was sleeping. What were you doing at 6 a.m. today? I was sleeping. What were you doing when class started? What were you doing at that time? Uh, I was getting ready for the class. No. What were you doing when class started? I was getting ready for the class. I was getting ready for the class. Okay. So these are the exercises which are there for the simple past tense and the past continuous tense.